Will you get arrested if you go for your spin class flaunting only your Lululemon sports bra, go to the beach with only your swimming trunks, or jog in the park half naked? Watch to the end and you'll realize that the answer is not so straightforward, and you may even get charged for being half naked at home, all due to Yishun. So, would you get arrested for being half naked or nude in public? In the past, you have likely seen a lot of news articles about people who were half naked or fully nude in public. Some of them were lucky enough only to find their waist onto the news, but others were more unlucky and found themselves in trouble with the mata. Like, for example, there was this guy who got stomped because he would walk around in the corridor in his boxers. Yeah, so there have been a lot of instances recently where people have been seen half naked or even fully nude in public. And yes, some of these people were really arrested. So, does this mean that it's really illegal to be half naked or nude in public? To answer this question, you must first know about Singapore's anti-nudity law. So, all the way back in the early days, there was no specific anti-nudity law in Singapore. The only way you might possibly be charged for being nude was likely for general indecent behaviour in public places, which is under Section 20 of the current Offences, Private Order and Nuisance Act 1906. Back then, things changed when one day, a lot of people got very angry about a couple who was seen walking around naked in their HDB flat. And guess where the HDB flat was? Guess. Yishun. But anyways, thanks to this Yishun couple, Parliament decided that we needed a new law targeted at anti-nudity. And Parliament decided to do this because, it's their job to make laws to deal with new issues. These issues can be things like the rights of platform workers, which Parliament deal with by introducing the new Platform Workers Act last year. Or it can be issues like, your naked neighbours in Yishun. So, in 1996, Senior Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister for Home Affairs back then, Associate Professor Ho Peng Ki, proposed a new law specifically for anti-nudity. Essentially, the new law will make it a specific offence for any person to appear nude in a public place or in a private place which is exposed to public view. Regardless of whether you purposely decide to go nude in public or some auntie walk past your house and just so happen to see you come out of the shower in your full glory, you will kena. But then, because Parliament is a place for debating, then nominated Member of Parliament Associate Professor Walter Woon, who also served as an Attorney General from 2008 to 2010 later on, suggested some amendments to this proposed law. One of the amendments he suggested was that a person should only be charged for being nude if they did so intentionally. It's a bit like theft. In Singapore, you commit the offence of theft only if you intend to dishonestly take whatever it is that you took. Compare this to a situation where you accidentally forgot to pay for an item and you bought the item with you out of the store without realizing it. Then generally, for that, there's no dishonest intent. That means you haven't committed theft. So, this nudity law is the same idea. The amendment that Associate Professor Walter Woon suggested was meant to make sure that people who only japa bo sai pang and purposely want to show off their naked bodies in public will kena this new law. But long story cut short, his suggestion wasn't taken up. Yeah, so the original formulation of the new law, which doesn't care about whether you intended to be nude or not, was passed. The law is now found in Section 27A of the Offences, Public Order and Nuisance Act 1906. So, what is this law? Here's the thing, according to the law, if you appear nude in a public place or private place exposed to public view, you will kena. Even if you are nude in a private place like your house, because you just manila for the first time in 3 days, you might have still committed an offence if you forgot to close your curtains when walking out of the shower nude, and an auntie happened to see you. And you will also kena if you are not fully nude. If you open your eyes as big as the same way you do when you see your payslip, you realize that the statute defines nudity quite broadly. As long as you are crammed in such a manner as to offend against public decency or order, you will be considered as appearing nude. Then, if someone pauto you for being nude, according to Minister for Home Affairs and Minister for Law Mr. K. Shanmugam, you might find the police knocking on your door to interview you. After police investigation, if you really get charged, it's no joke. You might be fined up to $2,000 or jailed up to 3 months, or both. By then, if you want to start wearing clothes outside instead of going out naked, you won't even have the money to buy clothes already. So, to answer your burning question, what if you're only half naked? Will you still kena under this law? Sorry, we love money, so I need to insert an ad here. If not, I no food and then we'll lose my belly. For this video, we don't have a sponsor. So if anyone wants to buy an app stock like this, email us, link in profile, or guarantee views one. Also, download our app, cause we no sponsor for this video, so we sponsor ourselves. But this one no pay. Like I mentioned earlier, under Section 27A of the Offences, Public Order and Nuisance Act 1906 alone, you will commit an offence if you are crammed in a manner that offends against public decency or order, in a public place or in a private place exposed to public view. In clear-cut cases, such as standing completely naked at your HDB car park gantry, you will definitely be penalised under this law. But what if you were only half naked in public? And of course I'm referring to like this. not like this. After all, it's common for guys to be shirtless. Hey, where got someone? Well, here's the thing, the answer is not very clear, because like what we said earlier, the statute defines nudity as being crammed in a manner that offends against public decency or order, but it does not talk about what being crammed in a manner that offends against public decency or order encompasses. According to SingaporeLegalAdvice.com, it is possible that if you are crammed only in your underwear in the locker room of a gym or swimming complex, you might still be fined or sent a trip to Changi prison under this law. So, if there's one thing you need to take away, is that the statute is worded very widely. Anything that offends some auntie's idea of public decency or order might lead you to being reported and then investigated by the police for this offence. Therefore, make sure you are fully clothed when you see her.
Next time you better wear your clothes properly. I'm warning you, okay? This is not proper dressing. Is that clear? You shit! Take a photograph of yourself! Ask somebody.
So, it's best to err on the side of caution. Go for your run with your clothes on, even if you have got 6 pack. In the meantime, watch this video to know if it's illegal to buy fake luxurious items in Singapore. And thank you for spending almost 6 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.